Hey, like many of you out there, I love wrestling. I watch it all the time. I've been watching it since I was a little kid. But recently I heard Devon Dudley and Mark Henry on a previous Vlad TV interview say that wrestling is not fake. It's triggering. It's predetermined.
When you were watching it back then, did you wonder if it was real or fake? I guess is how you would say
I would
it.
beat you up if you was here in person. Uh, no, wrestling is not fake. It's predetermined.
But guess what? Wrestling is fake. There. I said it. Wrestling is fake. And guess what? There's nothing wrong with that.
For all you've done to your bodies. It's still real to me, damn it! I mean,
I now listen. I get it. A lot of these wrestlers, they put their bodies on the line every time they sit. They sit. Every time they step in the ring. But let's get real. If this was boxing, and we found out that every time the guy swung, the guy was telling the guy, "Throw a hook right now. I'm gonna duck. Throw an uppercut right now. I'm gonna move. Throw that straight right hand. I'll take that one. Throw 3, 4, 5 of them." Wouldn't we say boxing is fake? Wouldn't we get upset that it's predetermined, ask for our money back because the whole time this boxing match was faked? Wrestling is fake. Whew. I'm glad I got that off my chest because I don't understand how anybody at this point, 2026, don't realize wrestling is fake. Now, there has been times when it went off script and people performed a shoot, which means they actually got themselves into a real fight. But for the most part, even shoots, fake. They're mainly fakes. Yes, he might let the guy hit him a couple times. But let me ask you a question. Have you seen the way wrestlers punch? Now wait. Even if you have to go back and watch them again, they're not giving all their stuff. As a matter of fact, they can't do that. Want to know why? Because they will hurt their partner. And hurting your partner in wrestling is a no-no.
Dolph Ziggler attempted to run and jump off the steel steps onto Corbin. Unfortunately, Ziggler slipped and it looked as if he was going to fall flat on his face. Luckily, Corbin caught the former world champion and turned it into a deep 6. So what could have been a painful injury turned into a great spot, which is a credit to the quick thinking of Corbin.
So, wrestling is fake. Sure, a lot of those moves that wrestlers do are are from actual moves that can hurt you. I wouldn't want to be power drive on the ground. You might break my neck. As a matter of fact, done wrongly, Steve Austin, he has broken his neck. But as we all know, wrestlers they're supposed to take care of each other, and night in night out, they often do. Doesn't sound like something real to me. Now, I know some people out there are going to say, "Well, Brock Lesnar. He went to UFC. He fought people. Wrestling seemed real to me." And you know what? Brock Lesnar was a highly skilled collegiate wrestler before he entered WWE. And he trained and trained and trained martial art. Very athletic, already knew how to do a combat sport in a way. Jumped in the octagon, was good. Lost one right off the bat, not right off the bat, but and he went off and then he became UFC champion. So he already had a background in combat sports. Bobby Lashley, another guy who was a great collegiate wrestler. No bullshit there. The guy already had a base for it. CM Punk, though, on the other hand, had no combat wrestling skills at all. Wrestling, jiu-jitsu, nothing. Went into the octagon, stunk the whole place up. And if you're watching this right now and you're probably pulling your hair out, I have no hair to pull out, as you can see. Let me ask you this question. Have you seen the show Unreal from WWE? If you've seen Unreal, there is no way you can say wrestling is real. They're telling you, WWE themselves are telling you it's unreal. Sure, listen. But as I was a little kid, I wanted it to be real too. But I know in my heart of hearts, it never was. And it never really stopped me from watching. Just think of wrestling as a male soap opera. Easy enough. Sure, we don't have, actually, the only difference between wrestling and a soap opera is there's physicality in it. That's it. It has the thrills. Sometimes it has romance. Sometimes wrestling has had weddings.
Macho Man Randy Savage, do you take this woman as your lawful wedded wife?
Sometimes wrestling has had weddings break up. We've had men grab some woman, and all of a sudden, now they're in love, and then they get married. Triple H, hint, hint. It's a big old soap opera. And guess what? I love it, and you love it. And there's really nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with entertaining yourself. So, when these guys say they're triggered by wrestling being fakes and being called fake,
it is. It's a trigger. It's because they don't realize what we go through and what we put our bodies through.
I guess if I put my body on the line for 30, 20, 10 years, broke bones, I guess I can understand what they're saying. But if it's predetermined, if I go to that ring and somebody stops me and say, this guy is going over, a carny word, going over, then it's predetermined, it's fake. Even the whole thing of the way wrestlers speak, mark, work, jabroni, all carny words, all things that are in their terms they're using for themselves, so you don't realize that it is fake. And you probably heard the word fake used a lot, because I want you to know wrestling is fake. It's fake, guys. Now, some random wrestler may see this thing, get mad at me, and listen, he might be able to beat me up. He's throwing his body around. He probably doesn't mind getting hit with light poles and craziness like that. I've seen matches like that too. But guess what? Doesn't stop the fact that wrestling is fake. Now, his fighting style, maybe the guy took martial arts or something. I don't know. Wrestling does come from catch wrestling, which is very real, by the way. They do learn how to break bones and catch wrestling and stuff. But for the most part, professional wrestling is not real. And if it was real, there will be a sports sanctioning body in this country, the United States, what would stop them from doing. There'll be so many regulations, it would be unreal. And for the most part, you know what? I like entertainment. I like combat sports. I like things like that in general. And sometimes I just want to relax, watch a story, see what's going on here. Hey, why didn't they put this guy in a match? Why are they letting Sami Zayn go over? Why haven't they taken the belt off of Cody Rhodes? You know why I can say this? Again, because wrestling is fake. Just ask Devon Dudley how he got those cuts on his head. I rest my case. See you next time. Hope I didn't trigger anybody too much. Thank you.